The stadium roared with excitement. Rian stood at the starting line, his heart pounding like a drum. Running had always been his life, the sound of his footsteps, the rush of air, the feeling of freedom. He was the fastest runner in his district, and everyone believed he would one day represent his country. But fate had other plans. One rainy night, while returning home on his bike, a truck lost control. In a split second, everything went dark. When Rian woke up in the hospital, the first thing he noticed was the emptiness. His right leg was gone. The doctors said they had no choice. It had to be amputated. The moment the truth sank in, Rian broke down. The runner who once flew like the wind could no longer stand on his own. Days turned into weeks, and silence filled his room. His trophies gathered dust. His medals hung lifeless on the wall. Friends stopped visiting, and even his parents avoided mentioning running, afraid it would break him further. But one day, a little boy from the children's ward peeked into his room and said, "Are you the runner who used to win all the races? My brother says you could run faster than the wind." Rian smiled faintly. The boy continued, "I lost my arm last year, but I still draw pictures. Maybe you can still run." Those simple words struck him like lightning. Maybe I can still run. The next morning, Rian asked the doctor about prosthetic limbs. The process was painful and slow, but he didn't give up. Every step felt like fire, every fall felt humiliating, but he kept standing again. His trainer, Mr. Kabir, visited one day and said, "Running isn't about legs, Rian. It's about heart. And you've got more heart than anyone I know." Months passed. He trained under the sun, in the rain, in pain. Every morning he repeated the same mantra, one step at a time. Slowly, his body adapted. The new leg didn't feel like a burden anymore. It became a part of him. Then came the big day, the National Para-Athletics Championship. Rian stood once again at the starting line. The same excitement burning in his chest. The gun fired. He ran, not perfectly, not smoothly, but with fire, strength, and belief. When he crossed the finish line, he didn't care about the medal. The crowd stood up and cheered his name. He looked at the sky, tears in his eyes. He wasn't running against others anymore. He was running against his own limits. Rian became an inspiration across the country, visiting schools and hospitals, telling his story. Success, he would say, is not about how fast you run or how high you jump. It's about never stopping, no matter how many times you fall. You build your dream one step at a time. And from that day, every step Rian took, no matter how small, became a symbol of hope for thousands.